Come be inspired. Today I'm going to share ways on how to develop faith. Guess what? Without faith, you can only accomplish less. But with faith, you can almost accomplish anything you set your mind to. Straight away, let's go into tactic number 1 on how to develop faith. I want you to step into the unknown. Most of the time, when we have goals and dreams we want to pursue, but we have no way of how to see our goals and to fruition, we end up not starting, or we start and don't finish. So how do you really develop this faith? It's by stepping into the unknown. What does this mean? When you step into something that you're not so sure about, sometimes you end up quitting. Stepping into an unknown is doing something even when you don't have all the answers. So I want you to step into your goals and dreams and start with whatever you've got. Step into the unknown by doing things knowing that if you continue doing them, if you fail, eventually you're going to come with the right answer, or someone is going to help you, show you a way. If you don't step into the unknown, then guess what? That means you are doing something that you know all the time. The unknown is uncharted territory. The unknown is scary. But guess what? Once you start stepping into the unknown, then slowly by slowly, your faith is going to start to grow. So the first tactic is for you to start doing things that you don't know everything on how everything will turn out, but you do them slowly by slowly. Tactic number 2 on how to develop faith is to surrender. Surrender and trust the process. What am I talking about? We've all heard this saying, surrender and let go. What does it really mean to surrender? To surrender is to do the actions that you know will lead you in the direction of your goals and dreams, but not being attached to the outcome. To surrender is to do the things, to do the processes without knowing how the result will show up, when the result will show up. So I want you to surrender and trust the process, that as long as I continue doing those daily actions, as long as I continue doing the basics, guess what? I am going to be able to see my goal and dreams come to fruition. As long as I surrender and trust the process, eventually that's how you're going to be able to develop faith. Because guess what? When you surrender, you're not emotionally invested. When you surrender, you're not emotionally into whatever you are doing. Let's give an example. You say you want to lose weight. When you go to the gym, for you to surrender means you go to the gym without minding how much weight you're going to use. But as long as you know you show up to the gym and actually do the work, eventually the results will take care of themselves. Eventually you will shed off that weight or pounds. Eventually you will shed off those kilograms. Eventually you will see that lean body come to fruition. But if every time you go to the gym, you measure yourself, guess what? You're going to get frustrated because the results do actually take a long time. You put on weight for 3 years, 5 years, it's not going to take you 3-6 months to take off that weight. It's going to take you longer. So just commit to the process, surrender and trust the process. And once you do this, eventually your faith will grow. You will start seeing results. And you know what the name of the game is? The name of the game is progress. Once you start seeing progress, your faith will start to grow. You will say, oh my God, let me continue with my exercise regime. Let me continue taking those daily actions without being emotionally involved in what I am doing, without being emotionally involved in the exercises. You just turn up, you just show up. And that's how you are going to be able to start growing faith. Next is take what they call baby steps. This is one of the biggest ideas that will help you develop your faith muscle. In order for you to develop your faith muscle, you have to take those baby steps. In order for you to develop faith, you have to take those baby steps. If you don't take baby steps, you're never going to be able to get to that big goal. And you know, when you take baby steps, that's what will lead to those giant moves and steps. So for you to develop faith, start small. How do you take baby steps? You take baby steps by doing the smallest actions that you know you cannot fail to do. Again, let's use the same analogy of going to the gym. For you to develop that faith muscle, you have to go to the gym. Let's say you say, I'm going to commit to going to the gym 3 or 4 days a week. And every time I go into the gym, I'm going to exercise for 10-15 minutes. That's what they call baby steps. You don't need to go to the gym 1 hour every day, 7 days a week. You don't need to go to the gym 1 hour, 5 days a week. No. What if you just say 10, 15 or 30 minutes, 3 days a week? As long as you stay consistent and take those baby steps, guess what? You are going to be able to develop faith. In order for you to develop faith, baby steps is what will give you momentum. Baby steps will give you confidence. And you know what happens when you grow in confidence? Eventually, you grow in your faith. Tactic number 4 on how to develop faith. I want you to remember this. If others can do it, so can you. If others can do it, so can I. In fact, I want you to repeat that. If others can do it, so can I. If others have done it, so can I. How many times have you ever wanted to do something and you saw someone that was just a normal person? Sometimes you knew them and you had more skill than them, and you saw them accomplish something or do something that you wanted to do, or accomplish a goal that you actually have been putting off. And you say to yourself, hang on a sec, if they can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, so can I. So I want you from now onwards to say to yourself, if they can do it, so can I. That's how you are going to be able to develop your faith muscle. That's how you're going to be able to develop faith. Tactic number 5 is, I want you to do what they call exercise your faith muscle. What does this mean? We all have a faith muscle in us. We all have something that's calling within us to step into the unknown. We all have a burning desire, however small it may be, that wants us to pursue something. So I want you to develop your faith muscle by remembering that you've got something within you. You know that small voice that tells you, do this, do that, even if you've never done it before. That's your faith muscle. That's something whispering at you to go after your goals and dreams. That's something whispering at you to start exercising your faith muscle. But guess what? If you don't exercise your faith muscle, you won't be able to develop your confidence. All right? If you don't exercise your phone call came through. If you don't exercise your faith muscle, you won't be able to develop in confidence. So I want you to exercise your faith muscle. Okay, let's go through the tactics on how to develop faith. Number 1 is, I want you to step into the unknown. Tactic number 2, surrender and trust the process. Tactic number 3, take what they call baby steps. These baby steps will lead you to giant steps. Tactic number 4. Remember that mantra. If others can do it, so can you. If others can do it, so can I. And lastly, but not the least, I want you to exercise your faith muscle. Those are tactics I wanted to share with you on how to develop faith. And as always, do me a favor. comment, subscribe, and share these videos. It can be inspired. Have a great week and a happy new year. Mwah.